Absolutely, I'd like to respond to that comment.
So, context to all of this, when leaseholders purchase property, the terms of your lease, now I know those will be defined later, it does say that the freeholder does work, the freeholder thinks necessary to keep the property in a certain standard, and as the leaseholder, you are liable for that work. So, in theory, the full cost of these works should be going to the leaseholders, because the leaseholders are the ones who are liable as per the leases that they took out when they purchased the properties. Now, that's the starting point. Moving on from that, we've looked at that and we've said, okay, as we've done previously, where there are major works on estates, such as the windows were done a few years ago by Sendon, it's fair to give a discount. And we've come up with this formula, and we said we think this is a fair formula because we have to be fair on two sides. One, to you as the leaseholders, so giving a discount when in reality you are liable for 100%. So that has to be the starting point. As a leaseholder, whether the council is the freeholder or whether you were in a private, another leasehold property, it's the same situation. But we also have to be fair to the taxpayer as a whole, because every pound discount we give to you as a leaseholder comes from somewhere else. It comes from, taxpayers' money ultimately. So we're trying to strike a balance between what's fair to the leaseholders and giving them a discount against the amount they are fully liable for, whilst at the same time protecting the council taxpayer from...
Carry on, Councillor.
Whilst protecting the taxpayer from giving a blank cheque, which effectively, I imagine, the only way, I may be mistaken, but I imagine the only consultation that would happen on this is we would propose X amount, and the leaseholders would come back and propose a formula that suggests they pay less. It is how I imagine the situation would play out.
Can I respond to that?
You can, but then we are at the point now where we need to attend to the business of the committee.
Well, basically, as a taxpayer myself and tax towards this, I haven't got a problem with the discount.
In fact,
on the fairness, let's go back to those windows, for instance. I had windows put in which I didn't want. I'm still paying for those windows, even though they were taken out 10 years ago. New windows were put in against my wishes, which I'm paying for as well. So I'm now paying for two sets of windows, of which I've only had the wear and tear of one. That's the fairness of the policies which are going through, because there was no real consultation. It was because it was put in. And the fact that you're saying that we start from 100%, we only start from 100% when we know that the maintenance actually has gone through. And we know that the maintenance programme should have been yearly, not whenever it comes through. It's got to be, because it's electrical, there's a health and safety. You must keep a check on those cables and stuff. So that is...
I think we're covering the
well, what I'm saying is that if it's just left the way it is, as with my windows, as you pointed out quite correctly, is that I'm still paying for windows which the council put in, then took out, and what they did with them, because they still had another 15-year lifespan on them, and now I'm paying for new windows.
That was it. It's a completely separate issue, but we've had it all around the borough where leaseholders have just finished paying off, perhaps double days we get all new bits, and then they hit with another charge for something else. So that is a wider issue. We talk about this specific discount for this specific work in this specific area. So please can we keep to that, and then I'd ask for any questions or comments, and we need to vote on that.
If I mean, one point I raised then is the fact that the council happens to be the freeholder is largely irrelevant in this particular instance, because let's say you bought a flat on Beaufort Park and the freeholder of Beaufort Park needed to replace the windows. The freeholder of Beaufort Park would not give you a 70% discount. So my question to you would be, in this instance, because council is the freeholder, we are offering a discount. Who do you think should pay for the cost of your private property?
There's no questions now. This is your response, and we're going to go to the item. There is no questions. There's no more back and forth on this. But I think we've got certainly all the concerns to make a decision. Could you then, if you could summarise the policy?
Yeah. So what this policy, those who haven't ascertained it yet, 30 seconds synopsis. What this policy seeks to do is to give a discount on health and safety works across our regeneration estates using the formula as set out here. For many individuals, the estimates I've had for West End are suggesting a 65 to 70% discount, but that may change subject to how many years those buildings are in use. And that's what this does. It's capped around about 1.8 million. That's the amount we expect to that to cost us. And I'm happy to take any questions that members feel haven't been covered through the conversations we've had earlier.
Comments or questions from members? Okay, so can we agree the report? If the report is agreed, this committee does instruct officers to, as quickly as possible, sort out the issues with the leaseholders, sort out who's liable for what works need to be done, and just keep the leaseholders informed and report back to the cabinet member as soon as the issue is resolved. But as members, we're sending officers very clear instructions there on behalf of leaseholders to sort this out. Thank you. Item 12 we'll take now, if our committee's agreed, because Judge Potters, you would like to also comment on this item. Item 12, which is the West End Regeneration Project. So this is separate from the leaseholder discounts. This is a different project, and you've got to speak. So you've got 5 minutes from now to comment on this item also. This, by the way, is the legal to report the legal.
Right, dealing funds, the regeneration is supposed to be about regenerating the community